Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Dana. For today's card, I will be using this Altenew Zero Waste Flowery pattern stamp and die set. This nested arch die from scrapbook.com. And I will be using 3 different Distress Oxide sprays in Worn Lipstick, Abandoned Coral, and Seedless Reserves. To start the card, I am taking a piece of just plain white cardstock and essentially creating a big sticker out of it. I'm using this wide adhesive tape and I'm just coating the back of it and then cutting off the excess. And then I'm going to run that entire panel through my die cutting machine using the Flowery pattern die. I'm just going to go ahead and tape that on the center so it doesn't shift in the die cutting machine. The die cutting machine I use is the Spellbinder's Platinum 6 machine, but you can use any machine you have. And then I'm going to go ahead and remove the panel from the die. I'm really trying not to get any of the pieces out of there because I'm going to color it all in one shot here. This is the Seedless Preserves Oxide Spray. And this is the Worn Lipstick. And then finishing off with the Abandoned Coral. With the oxide sprays, you want to make sure that you shake them very well before you spray them. I'm drying that off with my heat tool, and I did dry it off until it was pretty crispy. This is just white gouache that I'm going in and splattering the background with. And now the painstaking process of removing all those little bits from the die, from the panel here. For this card, I want the background, so I'm making sure not to rip or damage any pieces of the background. I got all the pieces out, so I'm just removing the release paper and sticking that on a piece of glitter cardstock. Then I'm going to cut that out using the Waffle Flower A2 Layers die. Going to tape that on again so it doesn't shift in the die cutting machine. And then I'm going to go ahead and use one of the included sentiment stamps from the set. This is the Beyond Grateful stamp. I'm inking that up in the VersaFine Clair Nocturne Black ink. And then heat embossing it with clear embossing powder. You don't have to heat emboss it. I just choose to because this ink does take a little bit to dry, and inevitably I'm going to smear it in this process if I don't heat emboss it. Then I'm going to go ahead and cut that out using the coordinating die. And I end up cutting that out 3 times. So I've got 2 back layers and then the stamped layer. And I'll just glue those all together to add a little bit of dimension to the sentiment piece without adding foam tape to it. Here I'm deciding if I want to restamp that because I noticed that there must have been a hair, probably a dog hair, on my stamp. I do end up restamping it and reheat embossing it. I just don't show it on camera. Then I'll go ahead and glue that panel on to the card base using my liquid glue. I cut out a piece of vellum using that nested arch die from scrapbook.com, and I'm just adhering the sentiment to it. I'm hiding the glue behind the sentiment, and then I'm going to glue that to the card base. And of course, got to add some bling. This is the Shimmer and Shine Embellishment Mix from Trinity Stamps. While I'm doing that, if you wouldn't mind, go ahead and pamper that like button. It does really help me. Helps send my videos out to other people on the algorithm or whatever. As Amy R says, it helps the robot overlords. But if you wouldn't mind, go ahead and pampering that like button. And if you're not subscribed already, please do. I try and upload videos at least 2 times a week. And here's the finished card. I hope y'all enjoyed. Thank you so much for joining me today. And as always, take some time to pamper your inner goddess, whether that be creating something or having some spa time at home. And I will see y'all in the next one.